Funky little monkey, she's a twisted trickster. Everybody wants to be the sisters. Funky little monkey, she's a twisted trickster. Everybody wants to be the sisters.
So today I have this awesome palette. I have been waiting forever. I'm trying to get y'all situated. There we go. It's a little bit better angle. So I am already showed y'all probably, I think I got like 2, maybe 3 palettes from this brand, but they are freaking phenomenal. And if you are into dual chromes and dual shifts and all that good stuff, you will love this brand. My daughter's in there laughing in her sleep. Now, if any of y'all know Heather Austin, which most of y'all probably do, because she is a famous YouTuber that does makeup and she is phenomenal at what she does. She had a collaboration with this brand, so y'all might know who I'm talking about now. If you don't, Adapt Cosmetics makes some of the most gorgeous colors. Now, they are a little bit more pricier. You do get more shimmers than mattes, but all in all, superb palette. Like, the ratio of the shimmers to the mattes doesn't really bother me because you could grab other palettes, but I'm so used to like 50-50 or, you know, more mattes than shimmers. In this palette, they really bring the shimmers. They really bring the shimmers. Now, this is the palette from Heather Austin and Adapt Cosmetics. Look how gorgeous. Now, let me see if I can get that shift for you. Like, see this one right here? Look how green it is in there. And it is like blue here. And it have blue here. And it is like purple in there. Superb. Now, this one is the Nina's Dream. I can't say it. This one only has 2 mattes. But look at those shimmers. And again, look at those shifts. Like, come on now. Look how pretty it is. I want to say the middle of January is she come out with a new release. Now, this was something she told everybody she was working on from when she started her brand. Like, even before she started her brand, this was like a dream of hers to do a palette inspired from Arrow. And if y'all know the show, I know what I'm talking about. My kids watched it. My mom watched it. I didn't really watch it. I worked a lot, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. But guys, look at this palette. Now, when she released this palette, she did release a mystery box with it. And I wish to God I had enough to get both, but I did. So I was only able to purchase the palette because she did say that the palette would be limited edition. And everything in the mystery box would be available throughout the year, later on in the year, at regular price. So I was like, okay, if I get along as I can get the products later, I'm good. It was like a palette and some shadows and stuff like that. Again, I wish I was able to get both, but when you can't, you can't. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. You just keep on going. You kind of pick and choose which one, and hope you pick and choose the right one. Now, when I finally got this beauty here, it was supposed to be here the 1st of February, like the first week of February. I just recently got it because they had messed up. They had accidentally released a day early, so a lot of people were able to purchase this even before launch day. Because I had already put back for launch day. Like, I didn't have it before launch day. I had it on launch day, and I had like my calendar set and everything, so I knew what, as soon as launch day came, like, I had my alarm set and all for that day. And then I saw where she had a boo-boo where everything released early, and I'm like, please do not sell out because I keep buying right now. Please don't sell out. But this is the palette, and because of the launch day, it kind of it done a whole bunch of mess. Like, it was chaos for them. But she got it all fixed. It did take a little bit longer. Like I said, I just currently got this, I want to say, what's today, Saturday? So today's 18th. I think I got it on the 16th. Look at these. Alright, was it not worth it? Yes, it was. And I have swatched them, and the swatch phenomenal. Now, these palettes do run around $68, which in this one you get more for $68 than like these. And I think this one I paid like $50 for, and I paid $48 for this because I got these on sale. Just look at this, like butter. It's literally like butter. Look at my finger. It still looks wet. Like you see yellow, I see green. I see green, you see yellow. It's that kind of. It is so pigmented. I don't know if y'all be able to see the green. But I still shifted yellow a little bit. Y'all see it now? It's crazy how these dual chromes do. Now, I was one that jumped on the dual chrome a little late. What's the big deal? I see that they shift, but I wasn't like too crazy over the shift itself, just because I like to know what I put on my eyes like look like when I put on my eyes, like 20 different looks. So of course, like the shifty shades wasn't technically for me, but I learned how to make them work for me. And it's now these mats are just as buttery. Like I barely touch it. Like look at that. So we're gonna do a quick look with this palette because I've got to show y'all how amazing this palette is. And I want to do probably a Body Gras inspired look just because this is called Body Gras. Now I know this middle shade right here, this dark blue, it's looking dark blue to you, but it's like purple in the pan to me. But we're gonna figure this look out. I'm gonna jump off real quick, do my brows, do my base, and come back. Okay, brows are done. Base is done. And we're ready. This palette represents so much to me. Like, it's so gorgeous. I just don't even know which way to go with it. But I think I want to do kind of like a Mardi Gras inspired look almost. This shade right here with a Blue Bunny palette shade. And just start that crease line basically. Look how pretty. I'll see how pretty like these shades are. Of course, y'all know I like to elongate my looks. So going in with a firm blender, I'm going in with that darker shade, as y'all can tell right there. And just bringing that into it. Because I want this to be the darkest, deepest. And, you know, as we go out, I'll bring it lighter. I'm still trying to figure out what to do for my shimmer. There's so many pretty colors in this palette. And I kind of want to do like Mardi Gras theme just because it's really giving me that vibe. Almost like it would be such a bad thing not to do it. So now that I got that kind of there, I want to take this shade right here with a big buffer, and just kind of buff out that edge. And then I'll go in and deepen up just a little bit more that crease right after. Ooh, that's pretty. And then you already know I'm gonna end up having to clean up my down here where I made a mess of things. Bringing it in just a little bit and bringing it out just a little bit. I like to work from the center of my eye and just kind of go outwards on both sides because that way you kind of have a little bit more control of how far out or how close in you want. I do feel like it helps a lot. But
you're so beautiful.
Thank you. I love you. But yeah, once you work in the center, you kind of go either way with it. And even out that shade too. Can you quit making noise? Yeah. Sound like a little rat background. Green shade once again and just buffing it out. Mom over here playing with chocolate. Y'all heard that crunchy noise. I had chocolate in my area for the girls because if not, my bigger kids that eat it all. And Luna Bear is very demanded. Very demanded. And she's like, Mama, Kit Kat, Kit Kat. And so yeah, if I don't have a Kit Kat for her, she's like, this brush. I don't have no products on this brush. And I don't know, put any on there. I'm just gonna go over and just kind of marinate everything together. Sorry if y'all hear my paranormal show talking. Y'all see that? Like, I didn't even put no products on this brush, and it already just so gorgeous. I'm gonna tap it with that mustard green, that first shade I went in with first, and just kind of buffer over that center. I think it's took away from that center just a tad. And I'll probably end up having this kind of more-ish, like a halo eye, what it's looking like. without even trying. But what does the fox say? Look at that shade. I've been on the midst of what kind of shimmer to put down. So I'm going to have to swatch all of them. And kind of get a feel for them all. Look at those four. They're so pretty. Maybe that'd be a pretty inner quarter. Because, like I said, I want to keep it Mardi Gras-ish theme. But I'm also focusing more on this palette than just a Mardi Gras look. Don't you follow me? Oh my god, I would cry because I don't think she has these available anymore. Look at that. Oh, 1 second, we're done. Okay, sorry, my oldest daughter called. Anytime she's in a pickle, she likes to call me and ask me crazy questions. Like what chorrones were called. So we had to go over. Y'all, if y'all don't know what chorrone is, well, you're not Hispanic, Latina, you might. And they're like this, and some come like wheels, some come all different kind of shapes. But you put them in oil, and they flare up, and it's so good with hot sauce. Oh my god, she made me want something wrong. But going over to Gerard Cosmetics, while she was on the phone, she was talking to Jazz. I had to cut my crease and went ahead and did this eye to match this eye. But I don't want to do too much over here and not have y'all up to speed. So literally all I did was cut the crease and went ahead and did this side. We're going into Gerard Cosmetics. If you've been on my channel ever, y'all know what this mess is. If y'all haven't, let me tell y'all, Gerard Cosmetics will change your life. If you do like to do cut creases and you're somebody like me that loves a shimmer to pop, this will be your best friend to the end. Now this right here you can use as a base. It comes in a shade white. It comes in a shade neutral. Like, it's got the skin tone shade. It has, darker shades. They're like 4 different shades. This, you do not have to have a clean base. Like, I could have went in and cut my crease with just this, and it would work amazingly. Unlike P. Louise. Like, P. Louise, I have to make sure you want a clean base. You want to clean up your base. It does tell you on the packet of P. Louise to clean your base before you apply this, if you're using this as like a cut crease thing. This you do not. And you just take the smallest amount. And I mean, I use this with just about every single look. This is like my 3rd jar, but like it lasts forever. It literally lasts me almost close to like 6 to 8 months, and I use it every single look, just about. Nonetheless, I'm not really cutting a crease, or I'm using one of my color ones, which I don't use my color ones as much as I need to, just because I'm so used to grabbing this, and I could do anything with this itself, because I like to go in with a tip. Just barely go in with a tip like this. Hold on, let me show you. You know how to side it. You want to take it, you can go barely a little bit on the tip, or you use the cap. Either way, you can either apply it right there and spread it around, or you can take it to the back of your hand and even it out on the brush. And then you just go to town and lay it exactly where you want. My nose for running. Allergies is going to legit be the death of me. And now, Felicity, my 2-year-old, has the worst allergies out of all my kids. That young constantly has a runny nose. And so I've been giving her some Claritin. And take her back to the doctor Tuesday. And hopefully they'll give me something for her. See, I have my hair somewhere. I feel it. Let me rephrase that. I see it. Okay, I got it. It was a lash. I wanted to come out. See how evenly that just lays down? And it makes such a nice little canvas for whatever you may put down. Even if you're going in with some mats, what have you. Like, you just with... I'm going with a Jessup brush, the Firm Blender. That dark green, and just bring it back into this look. Like so. And I'll probably end up going over this with a shimmer, just to be honest. So I'll make this as dark, just to give it that contrast. Because whenever you use the dual curls, depending on if you're using light or dark undertone, it makes a difference with the dual curls. So going in, I went ahead and swatched them all because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I do want to use this shade because, like I said, I want to do Mardi Gras inspired. But I think like the inner quarter, I'll probably end up using. Maybe this one and this one. I don't know. Let's see. So that's our first shade. Let's put it right here and tap it in just a little bit. I'll use my brush to define it a little bit more, but I like to build these up. These work the best with fingertips, to be honest. So if you don't mind getting your fingers dirty, I do recommend using these with your fingertips. You'll see the pigment difference. Now going in with a brush, I'm just going to go over it. Look how pretty. And I'm just laying it down. I'm going to go over that back part too, so you have that shift going all the way around. Now I'm going to lay it down with the brush first over here so you can see the difference. See that? Now granted, Adapt is a really good formula, so it works well with both. Like I said, you don't have to use your finger. Look at that. Gorgeous. If you're somebody that's a perfectionist and you want to make sure you get exactly where you want it, you know, and using a brush, these are one of the shades you can. Now, there are some dual chromes out there that you cannot. They're all you want to with a brush, and you just don't lay down like you should. You go with your finger, and you lay down like a charm. So that was Arnold Backman. That shade right there. I'm going to go over this shade right here. The color lay it inside there. No, let me use this shade. Let's do this shade. That's Leo. And I'm just going to lay that right on top. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look how gorgeous. Oh, like, have you ever, like, when she said this was her baby and she'd been working on this palette for so long, I could only imagine how good this formula was going to be. But guys, even imagining how good this formula was going to be, even owning a couple palettes from her, it still blew my socks off. That damn good. Now, inner corner, I want to go light, so I think like this one, maybe. And these are going to be for like my loose shimmers and glitters and stuff like that. Just have like a little pencil brush, flat head, flat. And those were recommended by my bestie, Bobby. So I'm going with that blue first. And just kind of see what. Let's use some of that pink too. Oh yeah. Got it. And then some pink. But yeah, Bobby recommended me to grab those because I got I already have a silicone brush, but I only have one. And I have a lot more glitters and like loose pigments now. That it would be nice to have different shapes and stuff. So I'm glad that she found that. And I'm glad she found them and sent me the sticker. So for the brows, yeah, this would work good. Because it's got a little bit of that, like a yellow base, so it'll work good with that green. It won't be too much, but it's still getting the point. Now, I'll probably go over it with a highlighter, of course, just because I like that boom in your face. But this is what we're working with so far. Look at that shift. I'm going to jump off, finish my face real quick. As you can tell, my nose is peeling really, really bad. That's why I haven't really been on camera doing makeup. I've been kind of trying to let it, you know, do what it's got to do and get done, but it just ain't doing nothing. Okay, it's doing something, but it's just not stopping. And the show must continue. So I'm going to try to figure that out with my base as I do it. Give me 1 second and I shall return. But yeah, look at that. There you go. Give me 1 second. Okay, so before I go any farther and get carried away with myself, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I'm doing. I tend to do this when I try to do TikToks and YouTube all at the same time. And I get carried away with my transitions and I just keep going. And then I realize, like, holy shit, I didn't go back. So, this is where we're at. I've done my liner. I've done my base, which is not the best by no means because I have the peeling of the nose. So it is what it is. I just made it really, really shiny so you couldn't see the peeling. And I'm just going to go over real quick what's on my face. So first and foremost, being I wanted a light base right now because of the peeling on my nose. I wanted a little more. This is the best foundation stick ever. If you want full coverage or you want light, because you get to control your application. You put on a little like line, you're good to go for light. You can buff that again and redo it, and you have a full coverage. As you can see, it's still covered a lot, and it doesn't accent a lot of my texture like some of my foundation does. Some of them do. So, like, I highly recommend this. And this was like $36. It's affordable considered to some of the other foundations. I know $36, and if you're somebody that's used to get a lot of drugstore foundations, that might not sound like the best deal. But for it to be more of a higher end brand considered, like, to me, I put that on the spectrum of more of a higher end brand. Because of the formula, and they're just awesome. Well, let's continue because I'm just rambling at this point. Okay, y'all already know Chic Glam for my contour, my cream contour and soft tan. If y'all can find this shade anywhere else, let me know, because hands down for a light girl, this is like the best thing to contour with. Which I don't mind using this. This is only $5, but I would like to find an alternator. Now for blush, I did go in with a Chic Glam and also the Charlotte Tilbury for the blush. I did not cream bronze. I just cream contour today. Went in with the Charlotte Tilbury to brighten up under the eyes, conceal all those little night demons that, you know, gives you bags to put in your eyes and all that good stuff. Then for the highlighter, blush, setting powder, Rare Beauty, Sephora blush. You already know I love this blush. It is like just chef kiss. And Marc Jacobs for my bronzer. This is like the perfect in-between bronzer for my skin tone. It is not too dark, too deep, but it still kind of gives you that contrast of contour, but bronzing all of this all in one. So I absolutely love this. Legit found my holy grail of eyeliner. And this is like the third time I'm using it. This is Rare Beauty. And I need to go and at least pick up 2 or 3 of these or get sold out or what have you. But this is the Rare Beauty Perfect Stroke Matte Liquid Liner. Look at that felt tip. Look at that tip. Look at that tip. Guys, look at, like, I've never been able to do my wing as easy. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. My wings never are. They're as good as they're going to get without me messing with them too much and messing it up even more. So I'm going to leave it alone because they're step back a little bit. Look at Rare Beauty highlighter. I did go in, well, before the Rare Beauty highlighter, I went in with the Luxe B Aesthetic brand. This is Luxe Cosmetics palette. This is actually an eyeshadow palette, but I use this shade right here as a highlighter consistently, almost daily. So I went in with that one, and then I was like, oh yeah, I got this one. Let's try this. This is the Memorize highlighter by Rare Beauty. Look at that shade. Like, look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. Like, that's just, have you ever? It just blends out so beautiful. I haven't really looked because I haven't really been able to buy nothing lately, so I haven't been looking because it's going to piss me off if I go and look and I can purchase it, but I can't purchase it. Like, if it's available to purchase and I don't have the money to purchase it, so I'm not even going to look until I'm able to buy it. That sounds mean because I should go on there and see if it's available. Because if it is available and you are able to buy it, grab it. Grab any one of them that you think will be perfect for you. I think this is like the 3rd stock they've had and they just sell out. I have to give it to Bobby. Bobby's the one that turned me on to Rare Beauty. You already know she's a bougie bitch and she turns me on to all the bougie brands. Like, it ain't that she's turning me on, it is a bad, so I can't knock it. For my liner, underneath, they don't really have any shade names on them. They're just colored. The outside color is basically the inside color. I don't know if I picked the right shade for this look, but it is what it is, and we're already here. So I might as well just, you know, keep going. It kind of does make me look a little sick under the eyes because I don't know if like it's the undertone of this, because I was expecting it to be a little bit darker because it's purple. To layer. Let's see if I can kind of get that red undertone gone from this liner. Because it's kind of like what I'm vibing with right now. And that's not what I said. Liners like to dry up. Okay, that's a little bit better. I feel like all I did was just take away the purple, to be honest. Gosh, what a struggle. I would have like cut my nose off and ship it somewhere out of state. Out of sight, out of mind. Maybelline Studios Tattoo Studio. And I always, any of my gel liners, if you don't see me warming up on the back of my hands, it's because I already did it before I came on camera. Because a lot of times these are the steps that I take off camera. It's the same ones I do every time, so I don't really change it up. Now with my base and my prep, I have changed a lot. So I really need to sit down and do a video on that. I changed it up quite a bit, to be honest. And it's actually working for me, other than the peeling right here. And I don't think it has anything to do with my skin routine, my skincare routine. I think it's just the dry ass air. Because I've legit changed multiple times, like moisturizers, serums. I was exfoliating, and it just doesn't give. And I guess I'm just a snake or alligator or whatever it is, and it's just my time for my nose to shed. This is Item Beauty, the Lash Smack, and I absolutely love this mascara. I think the wand is such a nice little petite wand that you can get in there and really coat each lash and control. But this is like the best one for your lower lashes, of course. But I really do truly love this mascara, and I always kind of pair this with something else. It's not that it doesn't, like, if you could look, like, this is only one coat with this mascara, and it's done justice. It's done absolutely what I wanted it to. As you can see, look how much it's lifted up. Really, cat. I tell y'all all the time, like, if it ain't my kids, it's my cats. I don't give it long before the dog starts coming in here trying to aggravate me when I'm filming. And I'm surprised he hasn't followed like a cat in here yet. Look at it, Kiki. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Look how pretty. What is it? Say hey. He says hey. This is why I have hair flying everywhere in my area. The Winter Beauty Mount High Club. This was like such a viral mascara about a year and a half ago. And I don't know why it's untalked about now, because I guarantee you a lot of people have it still in their drawers and they still grab it. Because it's a really good mascara. Especially if you're somebody more like me who don't really do on lashes a lot. And it's not that I won't put on lashes, it's not that I don't know how to put on lashes. It's just 90% of the time I'm filming, and it's like right now, almost 2 o'clock at night. So it's kind of like, do I really want to put on lashes just to take them off to go to bed? I have to peel all that glue off, and I should just for the look, but then it's just like, a lazy girl kicks in, and it's just like, just come. You don't have to. Don't worry about it. It's okay. And again, that's just my lazy girl side talking. I'm gonna put a couple of jewels on. That I do. Put it on your lashes. Come on now. Just go. Really? You make no sense whatsoever. You're willing to do that for your jewels, but you don't want to do it for your look. If I can find some glue. What is it, Kiki? I guess I have to use this one because I can't find my other one. Pretty sure my kids just stole it. Getting good for that. I will find it once I start looking for it. What, Kiki? This bad boy up and it starts ticking, I'm gonna find it. And then when I have to start doing lashes, do I break? What, Kitty? Stop. Your claws do hurt. Yes. I think it's so crazy how this pencil picks it up. How does that look? Does that look okay? I don't think that looks okay. Let's take that one off. And put it about right there. No, just a little bit. Okay, there we go. I should be okay. Oh, and yes, I talk to myself a lot, but it's okay. So that's the 3 jewels. I think it accents it really nice. It gives it that little special event. Look, 1, 2, 3. I love it when they have the little stick. My other one was you had to pump it out. Yeah, this is a little squeezy tube. Granted, with a squeezy tube, I think you can get more out, so you get more for your dollar. But when it has the little brush, it's a less mess. All right, I think this was a little too hot. Let me go down just a little bit. All right, so I think that's good. I might put 3 more right here. I just got a whole crap load of my jewels loose in my drawer, so just like. So that's basically what I'll do. I'll just grab it up from my drawer, the bottom of my drawer where they spilled out. I'll clean it up later. But this will be a few I don't have to clean up, so why not? Because I will have to take every single thing out of that drawer and get it cleaned up. Because of course the jewels are itty bitty, teeny tiny little jewels. I don't even have to like are the same ones. They look like it. Epic ass look, but I think it's passable. I get Mardi Gras vibes from it. This freaking palette is phenomenal. If you have not tried Adept Cosmetics, because don't let me sit here and tell you to go grab this palette because I'm not sure if it's available. I did hear tell, I think she said that she's going to do one more pre-order, but it's going to be like a pre-release. So if you are interested in this palette, I do recommend you go over and you just subscribe to her emails. Or if you have Instagram, go snag her up. I will put her Instagram link down below and also her website, so you could do both, make it easier for you. But even if you're not able to get this palette per se, I do highly recommend you going and trying her brand. You will not be disappointed. The pigments are just, and no, I'm not putting on regular lipstick. This is my new exception. This is the Lip Injection Lip Balm by Too Faced. It smells so yummy. It has just enough tingling to, I feel like it does something. Might not do much, might not do what it's supposed to, but it does something. And this is the final look. Mardi Gras vibes. But I love y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video. Make sure, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and share this carry. We'll get to K. I want to do a giveaway, so make sure you share your girl out. I truly appreciate it. Do some TikToks real quick and be done soon. But I love y'all, and again, I'll see you in my next one if I can get this on. I usually have this much problems with nails, not nails. Bye.